What's up, YouTube? Here with another guild battle video for you. As you get to the end of the year, hopefully you can kind of incorporate this game to have a little bit of fun and energy into your classroom using a game that a lot of kids really love. So we're going to talk about how you can use the game Pie Face, seen here, in your classroom to really kind of get the fundamentals for a review of a unit. So like most guild battles, what you're going to do is you're going to need this game. So Pie Face comes with the actual game itself, and you're going to need, in addition, some whipped cream or some sort of safe to kind of get splatted in the face liquid. So immediately you might say, well, I have kids who have dairy allergies or lactose intolerant or something like that, and they can't get that on them. Or, I might have, some people who are like, I just don't want whipped cream on my face. It would be gross and sticky. The beauty part is that Pie Face actually comes with a wet or a sponge that you can use. So what I do is I keep a little bucket of ice water because, you got to make it worthwhile. And I put the sponge there as something that they can use instead. So how do we work it? Very, very simple. Like all the other Guild Battle review videos that I've posted, I start off with my Jeopardy trivia as always. So as they go through the trivia questions, their goal is to earn points. And just like all games, whoever has the most points at the end is the winning team, and you can determine the incentive or prize that you'd like to give them. What they can do is they are trying to use the pieing of the game to zero people's scores or take their points away. The problem is, or the challenging part is, because the game is random and the amount of clicks it takes to turn to get pied changes every time, there's some risk reward to this. So what you have to do is you have to explain to the students that when it's your turn and you have at least 50 points, you can choose to pie instead of taking a question. If you choose to pie instead of taking a question, what you have to do is spend a certain amount of points in which to pie another team or attempt to pie another team. What I do is I do 50 points per click or per turn. And then I create kind of combo deals, like almost like a value meal. If you get 6 clicks instead of it being 300 points, I'll do it at 200 or 250 or something like that. So if you, oh, and I guess one more thing. Once the game kind of gets near the end and you want the ability of any team to kind of win and pull out a last minute victory, I give them a little red cube that I just kind of found from a little scrap pile of material in my classroom. And I say that this is the pie anytime card. And what they do is, at any point during the game, they're allowed to cash this in and attempt to pie another team. So this gives the ability of anyone to win at any point in time. So it works very, very simply. You come to your turn, you say, okay, we're going to try to pie another team. We're going to spend 100 points, so that's 2 clicks. They send their player up. Everyone remains quiet so you can hear, and they have to do the 2 clicks. At the end of the 2 clicks, if there's no pie, the risk reward is that they lose those 200 or those 100 points, and they do not get to ask a question receive a question to gain more points. If the pie hand comes up and smacks them in the face with the whipped cream, you give them a napkin to clean themselves up, and they have to roll a 20-sided dice. You could use a 6-sided dice or any amount of sided dice that you have access to. And I say that they lose 100 points times the roll of the dice. So again, this is risk reward. You might spend 500 points to get a team, and then they might only roll a 2. So the difference that you've caught up is actually only a couple hundred points or a few hundred points instead of, maybe potentially rolling a 20 and getting 2,000 point loss. So it becomes very much risk reward. Students really, really love this game. There's the excitement and the tension of the clicking and when is it going to pie them and when is it not. So I just want you to check out the game in action from my students, and you can kind of see the enthusiasm and kind of that stress and excitement, which I really like about it. So check it out. Simple as that. That's how you play Pie Face and wrap it into kind of some curriculum and some review games for the end of the year. I know that there is some state testing and things coming along for teachers. This is a great way to do some review to really hit those hard facts. Kids will study for this because they definitely want to pie their friends. And provincial achievement tests are happening here in Canada at this time for your 3-6s and grade 9. So if that's something, again, you'd like to review, great game to use. So that's how you use Pie Face for another guild battle. Hope you like it, and comment below. Let me know how it works in your classrooms. Until next time.